Welcome back to Your Püdcast. We're your hosts.
I'm Beth Ann.
And I'm Kaylee.
And we're just kidding. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Beth Ann.
And we're so glad you're here.
That was perfect.
I'm so glad that you're pleased with it.
Pitch was perfect. Cadence was perfect.
One thing I feel like you're not pleased with, my half up.
I like your half up, half down, Kaylee. I almost did one my dang self today.
Well, it was hard to tell when before the ep started, I irritated you and you looked at me and you said, okay, half up, half down.
That's how I was going to greet you today as well, but I decided not to because I didn't want to start anything.
You know why?
And yet here you are.
Well, I just
started it up.
I just wanted to address because it's been wearing on me.
Well, we
I
already
can see myself
opened and closed the chapter.
I have a question though.
Talk to me.
More of a statement. Entirely a statement. I've been liking Half Up, Half Down for the sole reason of
it's out of the way.
It's out of the way, but it's not heavy on top of my head.
Yeah.
Like with all this pelo, rubio pelo, blonde hair.
See,
I'm sorry.
I feel like Rubio might not be it.
No, I feel like it is.
I think Rubio might be red.
Rojo.
Rojo.
Oh, that's rojo. Sí.
Rojo,
Perfecto,
sí,
lo need.
Blonde, my...
Hold on. Rubio, pelo. In English. In English. I feel like if I was dark-headed, I could pass as a like Spanish-speaking person. Like people wouldn't giggle as hard as they do, you know, when I speak. Sí. Rubio pelo in English means blonde hair.
Sí,
Tiene el pelo rubio.
I love that.
Es perfecto. Es a gorgeous.
What gets me when you're speaking Spanish is like you do the like in Spanish also.
It's just kind of like
it's part of it.
I'm trying to get into
dig deep. Yeah.
I'm trying to take on the persona.
See.
It's like when, you know, pollo is chicken in Espanol. And people are like, polo. Okay, well, that's really close to that disease that president had.
Also
like
the clothing brand.
Also the clothing brand.
And also,
so, like, I do my best.
Sport. Water polo.
Right. I just want to be as authentic as possible.
You are my queen. I miss Madrid.
I miss Madrid.
Madrid, mommy.
Me también.
Do you want to start us off with like the verse of the day? Because I feel like we do get like deep into the trenches.
We get deep into it, and then I have to
and then
turn a few pages back. The verse of the day is 1 Corinthians 13:6. It says, "It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth." Now, I need context because
you don't have to give us a reason. You just need context.
No. I think it's talking about love because our verse for Many Waters, our faith-based apparel brand, if you're new here to Your Püd, that we use 1 Corinthians 13:13. And it's like the love chapter 13. So let's go read it. 1 Corinthians 13:6 in this case. I love how you can just jump to the book of the Bible real quick. Oh, yeah. It's about the way of love. So it's referring to love. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. Okay. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. We needed to hear this morning. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. And can I say this?
Half up, half down. Talk to us.
Exactly. Yeah. I'll remind you. It is not irritable or resentful. It is not envy or boast. Something that
That's your camera over there.
Beth Ann.
That's where you need to be talking to the people.
I'm looking at who I'm speaking with because I'm polite and not arrogant. Listen, though, one thing that I do struggle with is this part right here that is our verse of the day. Like, it does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Oh. Yeah.
Had to move a light. Just a little down south. Forgot that was sticking out.
Oh, Kaylee, I hate that.
I revealed our secret.
Well, like, whenever you ran into that earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
You stood it
moved
up,
it.
but why would you stand it up when you
Because it was in the way of the door frame and I was going to run over it again and have 3 more scratches all over my legs. My legs are beat up from that thing.
Well,
I know what
You
you're
didn't-
thinking because you like the secrecy of where's that purple light coming from? Like that
no,
background
like I'll
movie
post it
light.
on my IG store, but like how tacky that was for the first 10 minutes of your food. Yeah.
Less tack, more rawness, realness,
I love that
and
too.
authenticity.
Yeah.
Es muy bien, see? Oh no.
See, look, I have such a good attitude about it.
Perfect.
Like I'm so forgiving.
It's hard sometimes when someone that you struggle to like like when they
Not
do-
us, but we're not talking about ourselves.
No, I'm obsessed with you, but
I
like
know.
other people.
Yeah.
Because I'm only human. That's why I'm being honest. When there's someone who you just know is like so fake or something, for example, and something like bad happens to them. I'm not saying like catastrophic and heartbreaking. I'm just saying like they stub their toe. It's like, well, I don't feel bad for them because they blah, 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 blah. You know, it's easy to feel that way. But 1 Corinthians 13:6 reminds us today that it does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. So I need to stop rejoicing when my enemies fall. That's convicting for me today. Is it?
Thank you, Kaylee, for your honesty. What'd
Yeah.
you say?
He said, but what if the truth is wrongdoing? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like,
I'm not gonna like rejoice in someone else's like misery, but also like things do have repercussions and consequences, and sometimes like I can acknowledge those with a smile on my face.
por ejemplo, ¿cómo se dice por ejemplo en inglés?
For example.
See, there is something about influencers that we meet in the wild who we think we're going to be besties with because, you know, we're like besties on the internet. Or maybe they portray themselves a certain way on the internet. And all we know is
What we see on the internet.
what we see on the internet. And so when we see them in persona, it's like, uh-oh, spaghetti-o.
Well, also, Kaylee, you know,
We're
I've
not the
thought
same.
about this a few times. We're getting fooled along with the rest of them. Like,
yeah.
when we think, since we're influencers too, that they're just being themselves because we are. But when we look at other people, like it's so obvious. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I do know what you mean. And kind of what I was
I did
getting
not do a
at.
good job explaining that. But like, basically, like, we're just like anyone else when it comes to getting fooled.
I know. Just
Yeah.
because we are like a fellow influencer, we don't know any better
You're
about
still
these
tricking
people.
me.
You're still tricking me.
Yeah.
And what's a shame is how these people are building these, you know, empires off of something that is not real, not authentic, and is not them. And they're just like raking on all this cash from all
But you
these
know what,
followers and lovers and
Kaylee?
supporters, and they're really not that way. No, and listen to me. And I was relating that to when he was like, well, what if the wrongdoing is the truth? Because some people need to be found out about. Everything that's done in the dark will come to light. And there's only so much you can hide behind a phone screen. And so one thing that I don't mind is when maybe even other influencers. Now, I'm not that messy, and I wouldn't do this.
I've thought about being me.
But I've thought about being messy. But these influencers will go to an event, they'll come back home to their iPhone and tell everybody about that one person that they think, that they thought, that everybody thought was somebody. And they said, matter of fact, they're not, y'all. Wanted to let y'all
Why
know.
don't we
And
do
they
that?
expose. But why don't we? We should. But it's just a matter of, because
It's not
you
our
know
place.
why? I'm not a perfecta persona. I'm not perfect
See.
myself. And so I wouldn't want someone to
They
think
could
that
have
they
been
could
having
like
a bad
call me out.
day.
They could have been having a bad day. You never know what's going on in someone's life. But also, some of the stuff that we see, it's like, well, you're just rude. Like, you're so rude. Like, you could be having a good day and still be nice to me. I'm sorry, you can be having a bad
influencers-
day and still be nice.
Yeah, most influencers I've met, I have found to be
Yeah.
extremely rude. They smile like not so much. But anywho, what else? Kay and I drove. Oh my gosh. Well, actually, no, I'm going to get into that when we talk about our Brice Hues, our Brights and Blues.
Oh, okay, save
But
it.
I sure will. We just went to our manager's wedding in Fort Lauderdale, and it was beautiful. And the sun was out. We were getting sunburned, and it was great.
It was
and I
so
wore
good.
sticky boobs. I don't know why, because within the first 15 seconds of me getting out of the car, they went right into La Basura. See? Because they fell down all the way to my sphinximus. And so whenever they were in my sphinximus, I thought, I'm going to be done. And I wasn't going to have hard nips because there wasn't going to be a gust of wind.
Not a single.
So everything was fine. It was
Yeah.
seriously fine. Nobody was so under us. And we did drive. And we drove because we couldn't risk not getting on the flight, with the whole government shutdown situation. And it was about a 9.5 hour drive if you didn't stop. But obviously, like, you need coof, breakfast, lunch, dinner,
Potty break.
pee, poop, stretch, gas. So then it was about 12 hours.
Yeah, precisely.
And
But since we left at 4:30 in la mañana, it was so fine when we got there.
Because we got there at
4:30 in the afternoon.
No, it was perfect. I'll tell you about the way home in just a little bit when we get into the Brice Hughes bab. But that's where my voice has went. And it doesn't sound as bad as it has been the past 2 days. Like, I'm definitely doing so much better. But I woke up, I remember, Kaylee, on Sunday morning when we woke up to leave, I could tell even before I opened my mouth, like, oh my gosh, wait, I don't have a voice.
You didn't have gas in the tank. It's like me on last week's app. I did not have a lot of gas in the tank.
Well, that's okay. You're only human. Your under eyes looking amazing. I need to know what you use to blot in your under eye to make the setting powder look so good.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah, I've been asking you this like week after week.
No, I feel like I've told you week after week.
But
I'll
what
tell
do you
again?
use?
It's my greatest joy in this life.
It's like that wet kind of brush thing you gave me last week.
So it's probably wet looking now because I haven't cleaned it.
Yeah,
and so it's just like my
wet.
natural oils on there.
Or is it from the concealer?
It could also be from the concealer, but the brush, it's from Laura Mercier, and it came with the under eye setting powder. This is like the
Do you have another one?
best under eye setting powder. No, but this morning I did at first use a different brush, and then I actually went back over with the Laura Mercier because I realized after I had to swipe away the mascara that got on my bottom, like on my skin. I wiped away some of the product, and so I had to go back and use the powder. But I don't know. I couldn't tell you what it's called. I actually could tell you what it's called.
Okay.
I actually could tell you because
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Laura Mercier, I don't know if y'all ever run any collabs or paid partnerships, but I would love to get in on that. It's also right here it says $20. It's $20 right now. LauraMercier.com. Is this for
Post to your IG
Oh
store?
my gosh, and soon 20% off site wide.
We're going to have to jump on that.
Oh my God, I've got to post this. What? Are you kidding me? Oh, this is the mini. Okay, well, either way, I like to start with mini size products and things to even see if I like it.
Get the feel.
The mini is $20. Under eye powder brush. I'm going to tell you exactly right now so y'all can go look it up because
I popped
or you
in
can find it on my LTK.
Pistachio. Wait, what is it, guys?
It's
Vanilla
the Secret
pistachio?
Brightening Color Correcting Under Eye Setting Powder and Brush Set. Oh, so you might have to buy them together, and it's $50 if you buy them both. But okay, and then you have them.
I think it's worth it.
I seriously think it's worth it. That powder, the whole thing of powder, that will last you until 2045.
100%.
Literally.
This like pistachio like bev I've been drinking on, like the Nespresso pod, is working for me this morning. Like I really like it.
I'm so
I think it's
glad.
my first time trying it. Vanilla 1-Up Nutrish Protein Pow.
Oh, the one. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this morning I did the French Vanilla 1-Up Nutrition Collagen.
How are you?
Peptides. I'm doing well. I'm using the new Maple Brown Sugar coffee pod.
Is it working?
It's working. It's more liquid.
Is your cube hot or cold right now?
It's cold. The ice is melted.
Okay.
Because it was hot.
Yes. My goodness. Yeah. Also, if you're thinking like my hair looks different than Miss K's.
Oh, if you're thinking Miss K looks like a brunette today.
No. Also, we're seeing the
comparatively-
underbelly of your hair because you have enough left out.
Wait, you are seeing the underbelly of my hair.
And
but like
it's
you're
looking
seeing day
gorgeous.
4 hair. So it's so greasy.
It is day 4 hair and underbelly. That was bold, to be honest.
It's not worried about it.
Don't be.
I can't wash it.
Yeah. Why?
Hasn't been a week.
Okay.
Only wash once a week.
Okay.
My scalp is so much healthier. But you know what? OMG, drop in the comments below. Y'all seriously. Like whatever I say, please drop in the comments. I'm being so serious and I'm talking to you. You right there. You don't think I'm
Do
talking
people
to
say
you.
sign off in the comments? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Oh, like sign off, say yes or no.
Oh, okay. Like
Oh,
approve
okay.
this message. Well, I need recommendazione. So I did ask. Oh my gosh, y'all, that reminds me. Oh my God. I think this was like 2 weeks ago. Got to go update my story, my Instagram story. I asked my Instagram story what to do for such a dry scalp. I thought that I had head lice. I'm not kidding.
Oh
I
my
said,
gosh,
Gage.
head lice?
Well, I didn't want to tell anyone this, but I can confidently say I do not have head lice. But listen, I was in the car.
Head lice is like so much worse than lice.
No, I
like head
No.
lice. It's like I was
I-
thinking yesterday because like how I brought this up is like I was gonna tell a story, but then I'm fine with you telling a story. I was just gonna say like bring up the hair thing, like how I was in Lauren's chair yesterday as like the Barbie doll, and the only thing I could think about when they were looking at like the depths of my scalp was I hope I don't have lice.
That's all I can ever think
I didn't think
about.
head lice. I was just like I hope I don't have lice.
No, because head lice is actually the worst of them all. Like, I'd rather have armpit lice. I'd rather have pubes lice.
What
Like,
about
I'd literally
German
rather.
cockroach. Okay, not pube lice.
No, but
Okay,
guess what?
That's
Shave it
like
off,
an
it's gone.
external yeast
No.
infection.
No, but shave it off. It's gone. Shave your head. It's over.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But, like, also,
What baby?
I just felt really bad when I said that because for all my cancer kings and queens, like, you're beautiful. And our mom went through it and, like, she had the best, like, cutest little bald head in the world. And
Yeah,
So,
I
sorry.
know. Haley, was
I say things and I'm like, I feel like I have to overcompensate.
I know. Yesterday, that's something we were talking about. We were talking about the what about me's.
The what about me is yes.
But no, everyone knows that like
No one wants to shave their head.
let's be real.
Okay. So anyway, but what was I saying?
I mean,
Oh
like,
my
you-
gosh, head lice. I literally was
Yeah.
in the car with Gage, my fiance, and I was like, well, if anyone can know, like I couldn't tell you yet. You might freak out and get all the hairbrushes, like throw them away. So I was like, Gage, look at my scalp. I was driving. He's like, I can't really see. I'm like, no, seriously, I please look at it.
I knew you raised your voice like that too. You always get like so sharp when we say no. Like, I've
Yeah,
noticed.
because why are you saying no?
Yeah, like look at my head lice.
Look at my head lice. Do you see it? So I pointed. He goes, right there. You know what it was? Just like a big fat chunk of skin. Like dry skin, like eczema, psoriasis.
like a chunk of muck.
You know I struggle with dry skin. The scalp has taken to a different level this season. No, seriously. And I know that a excess amount of dry shampoo and like sweat without washing hair, I know that all of that can lead to a little itchiness.
Build up.
Everybody build up.
Mm.
But no, this is like, I have chunks of dry skin along my scalp. Y'all,
Okay.
sound off in the comments. What can I use?
Sound off.
Yeah, sound off in the comments. That means like type in the comments. Let me know.
Okay, so there's sign off, sound off. Is there anything else?
Is sign off a thing or is it just like sound off in the comments? Are you being that serious?
Okay, I love that.
Riddle the comment section with remedies for my dry scalp.
Also, what? No, I thought you said people answered.
They did, but like I want to open it up to the masses.
Oh, because now that you
Never
don't have
know.
head lice, you can be a little bit more like transparent.
Yeah, I don't want to tell anyone that I thought I had head lice. Because you know that's a grave position to take, and no one will ever look at you the same. What? Denny's over there on his
Exactly.
phone. We're not entertaining enough for you.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, Kaylee, like let's just dive on.
Okay,
into
let's
this
just dive on
day.
into this. Please
I've
don't
got
forget to let
something
me
to
know what to
say
do for my
with
dry
my
scalp, y'all.
chest.
What?
We were speaking at the same time. Do you
I
think they
know.
caught all that?
Yeah, I do.
I think they did too.
Thank
This segment of Say It With Your Chest here on Your Püdcast is just where Kaylee and I get to like rattle off everything that's on our brain, on our hearts, and on our minds.
And it is brought to you by just Kaylee and Bethy and Brice.
And
But if you would like
that's
to be a
where you
sponsor,
can have the opportunity.
if you would like to be a sponsor of Your Püdcast, write into us. Reach out. We'd love to open up a conversation.
Can we just talk about how so many people are writing in trying to get their politicians on our show? Like, we don't have room for you. Between me, you, the Doogies, and like our Ice Coofs, where's the politician going? And who said we wanted to be that serious?
No, I don't
And they're like just popping back in. I know your email is crazy, and I'm like, I
I didn't see it. No, we need to
no.
respond and just say that not at this time.
Right. But there was another guy the other day that's like a pastor, and I'm like, ooh, we'll just listen to yours.
I know
Like,
that
host
feels
your own, we'll
very
just listen.
like responsible for us, but also he could open up his heart.
I think if we
Imagine
have
he
like
sh-
a setting change.
No, I would love a pastor to weigh in on Brice Advice because you know we're always trying to do our best and get biblical.
We have a pastoral vibe on Brice Advice. Teddy, yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
belching as I go.
So now I have just got to say, if you don't want your small children cussing, just don't cuss in front of them. Because it's so unfair to them. I feel like I'm bebopping around or I'm on social media and I see like, little kids get in trouble for cussing. It's one thing if you don't care. If you don't care they're cussing, you just think it's funny. Well, then I'm not talking to you. But the ones that like you're getting your children in trouble, but you want them to mirror everything that you're doing. And you want them
And
to
if you
act
don't
as
want them to
act.
mirror everything that you're doing, you need to understand that they're going to mirror everything that you do because
And
they're
you
a
need to be a mature
sponge.
adult and you need to have self-control.
You need to have
Because
self-control.
we don't let our mouths fly because we have self-control. Especially on your Püd.
Especially on your Püd and especially on social media platforms where
And we
children may be
nannied
coming across
for
us.
years. And I never once got a text or a call that a kid said a cuss word because they heard Miss Bethany say it.
Right. I may have started to say like something on accident.
And then you changed it.
Changed it to a different word.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And I was actually going to say this because me and Miss Beth, we were watching the same video the other day. And I think this sparked it in both of our brains. This is what I was going to say with my chest as well because people will say, we don't say that word. We don't say that. No.
But they hear you say it constantly.
You do.
Yeah.
So then they do. So we do.
We do.
If you don't want we to, then you stop because then they'll stop.
100%.
A child, and it's like, I understand that's an adult word, but it's just kind of one of those things.
just
like,
makes,
it's
like-
okay to do crack when you're 19, but not when you're 15. It's okay to, it's like, no, let's just.
Crack. We're always on like a crack.
It's on the
this
crack thing.
show.
I'm just saying, it's one of those things where if you would like for your child to refrain, set the example.
So the example also, it's such
If you
like
don't give a rip, because I want to reinforce this, I'm sorry. You could just put your mic up for a little bit. If you don't give a rip and you think it's funny, sometimes it is. I'm not even going to lie. Sometimes it is funny for a child to say those things. But it's not, then they become the troublemaker at school and then everybody else learns the cuss words because Johnny is telling the cuss words because you've been saying it at home.
Always Johnny.
And it's just like, what else do you expect? And they should not get in trouble.
And they don't just listen and copy and mimic like words you say. It's also like your attitude in which you say them. So like when you're wondering why they're acting like that, I would have a hard look in the mirror. It's such a confusion moment for children in their learning curve because they're taught to do as you do. And like that's how they're learning everything else. You're teaching them how to read and write and eat with a fork and eat with a spoon and drink not out of a sippy cup anymore. Drink through a straw. You're teaching those things. They're watching you do them. That's how they're doing it. So whenever you're speaking, acting, responding, and reacting, they're going to do as you do.
I feel like it's such a simple concept.
It is, but I don't know. I'm just like, and sometimes in Walmart and like the kid will say like, oh shit. And it's like, well, you've said it 1,000 times over.
You're like, no, sir. It's like, okay, well, who's looking at you saying no, ma'am?
Yeah.
When you say it. And they just need to be held to the same standard. Yes, children are learning, but they're learning from examples. And if you're their example, then how do you expect them to act different from you? Okay. It's such a
ripple effect, domino effect.
yes. What else do you expect?
I don't know, but that's just like what was heavy on my
Irritating.
heart today because I just like listened and saw something yesterday and I was like, I'm irritated because you cuss a lot and now you're getting mad at your child for cussing. Like, you just stop. Stop. Hold your tongue and
Now,
be
if you
a
want to
freaking
laugh at
adult.
your child, we'll laugh with you. But if you need to get mad at your child, we're going to call you out.
Yeah. For it to be as
Completely
cold as
feel
it
it.
is, I mean, if you turned the heat on or something, I'm on fire. Like I'm not even kidding. My back is soaking wet. Like I've got droplets. And I know you turned the heat on. I smelled it earlier. Lenny, please turn it off.
Beth
What?
Ann, you lunatic.
I smelled it
Maybe
in my
you
bathroom.
did, but okay, we should probably get that looked at. I turned the heat on yesterday.
yesterday. I know.
Do you know why?
It's probably stayed on.
I had. I'm not kidding when I say this.
I'm so
After we went outside, we thought we were going to walk and take the dogs, and you looked at me and you said, I can't do this. By the time I got back inside, I had a brain freeze. My head was hurting.
You just needed more time indoors. You didn't need to turn the heat on. Because I'm so
the only way.
hot.
Lenny, do you mind flicking the air? Yeah, it's just. Okay, you know where you see mode on the thermostat? If you don't mind clicking until you see cool and you can leave it there. I will say the heat is on upstairs and it like does feel good because it gets a lot. I know the heat is supposed to rise and whatever. I don't know what it is about my room, maybe the window. It gets very freezing up there. So the heat being on up there is like, it's okay. Anyway, so sorry about that, but I really did. I had a brain freeze. My brain was hurting. My nose was dripping. My fingers were stiff. and I flipped the heat on because we needed it.
Am I still good in the frame? Barely. What do I need to do?
What about me?
Move my body, yada yada. But what about me?
What if it is?
Have you got anything to say with your chest? 'Cause it sounded like that might have been yours today.
Well, it was. That's literally what it was. I said that at the beginning when you started going on. It's just how we kind of were thinking the same thing today.
Okay, I love that.
And that's appropriate. Oh,
What?
whoa.
What? What'd you just see?
Oh my gosh. I just saw what you wrote in for what's going on.
What's going on? Great job.
Thank ya.
Actually, I had such a raspy, tired voice when I had that sound
I'm telling
go
ya.
off. Which, by the way, it is time for that sound again. I've got to do it or something to run the people. That I'm a snatched version of myself without those crazy eyelashes like I once had. Anyway, so y'all, Tom Brady.
No, this is crazy. Is this true? Did you fact check?
Enough.
Okay.
The Tom Brady, Lenine said, the dog does look just like him, cloned his late dog that passed in 2024. He said,
I'm looking it up.
and I quote, "I love my animals. They mean the world to me and my family. A few years ago, I worked with Colossal and leveraged their non-invasive cloning technology through a simple blood draw of our family's elderly dog before she passed."
I think it's true. Oh my gosh, I think it's
I'm
true.
not quite sure, nor am I quite sold, because I think when animals pass away, they do just need to like pass away. I'm not quite sure if
They
I
need
would
to
feel like
rest.
haunted by the clone, or it would never fully be who it, and I'm not using names because no one's passing away. No dog that we own's passing away, but like I guess we could use Rambo for example, our childhood dog that passed in. Okay, can we or no? I don't know. Let's just not.
think so.
I agree. We can be done.
I can't talk about it.
Let's be done. Just saying. There's only one of him.
But not talking about him is avoiding how great he was. And I don't need to do that.
So
I feel like talking about him is better. I'm okay. I'm okay.
I
can talk
I
about
just
him.
wouldn't ever want Rambo to think
I know
that
his legacy can't live on because we get too emotional. I mean, shame on me.
there's only one Rambo. There's only ever going to be one Rambo. There only ever was one Rambo. And it would be the great value verge.
You're so right.
Sorry. It's just how I feel. I
No,
wonder how
I
it's
feel-
going for them. I would really love to know, like, okay, are the mannerisms the exact same? Is the attitude the exact same?
Tell me
Is-
if you agree with this.
What?
I feel like it depends on the breed. Okay, but what I was going to say was I just feel like I could not have Rambo as a Bichon Frise.
Yeah.
I feel like I couldn't do another Bichon Frise because I would just look at him and think about Rambo.
I've always thought about that too.
One thing is, which no one else we know is ever going to pass on, but for other peoples that do, say someone had a golden doodle or something, like a mini golden doodle.
Or a Yorkie.
No, that's what no, because listen, I feel like golden doodles all look really different. Like golden doodles do. They all look really different.
Yeah, they do. And there's different types.
Yorkies, all, unless you get like something that's, they
All look the
all
same.
look identical.
Mm.
I'm not even kidding. Like depending on the haircut and what you do,
I think they do too.
it's shocking.
I always think
I'm
there's
on
a Mr.
Yorkie
Tootie.
Talk, which actually I'm on Yorkie Reels. I've curated anyway, and I'm telling you, I'm like, where do they get this footage of Mr. Tootie?
Yeah.
I
I
swear
agree
it's
with
Mr. Tootie. So
anytime we see
that's
Yorkie,
interesting.
Kaylee and I are like, there goes Mr. Tootie.
Okay. Golden
are
Doodle is a mixed
mixed
breed.
breed.
That's definitely part of it.
Their hair is always like, she's a certain percentage like poodle. She's like mostly poodle, actually. Yeah, I think she's only 25%
Something I can't understand.
golden. Because she's so curly.
Why
I think
is
she's
she
75%.
mini? Like, why? How do they do that? What size is the
I
poodle?
literally heard someone say that like they just guess.
I guess. a golden retriever and a poodle, but a standard poodle is huge. So do you think it's a? So do you think it's a small poodle? But then I guess the mother has to be the bigger dog.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. One parent was a mini golden doodle,
And
one
one
was
was a standard.
and
the other-
doodle. One was just a poodle, and the other one was a mini golden doodle.
Got it.
Got it.
Go it. Oh my goodness. Okay, that makes sense.
No, literally. So like that's what's going on.
Okay, that's insane. Thank you for letting us know about that. There's so many things in this life that I just want to know about. If I, didn't have social media or like turned on the news. I don't really turn on the news a lot, but I feel like I get my fix from. I feel like there's more on social media that truly at this point.
Yeah.
That's like more of the truth. Obviously, we have AI. There's things, but it's
also like with TV, like you have to choose. You have to watch the like network that you agree with most. But I don't think you should always just listen to what you agree with most. Like I think you need to hear.
I think that depending on what you're watching on social media, you can find more unbiased things.
Yeah,
it's just like reporting straight.
Yeah, just like facts.
Opposed to one network or the other. But this is crazy. I'm doing a deep dive here on the dog.
Cloning.
Good grief.
Did you see a picture side by side?
No, I just saw the dog. I haven't
Yeah.
even seen the other one. I don't know. I feel like I've been sniffing a lot again.
Enough
Sorry,
of
y'all.
him. I feel like he's been
Okay,
kind of
enough
like
of
going
that.
downhill for
My
a
nose-
while.
Me too.
Yeah, even just the way
It was
he
the one
looks,
thing,
he's
like,
looking a little stale.
With the veneers, and maybe he doesn't have veneers, but I felt like his smile changed at one point, and I was like, oh.
I think he's just getting
He's hitting
some
the
work.
slippery slope.
Yeah.
Like,
they got him.
Someone gets veneers.
They
got him.
Them.
Got him.
That's
They got him,
exactly
and
how
you
I
can't
feel.
Go back.
No, because for
You've
you
sold
to
your
make
soul, and you have, smaller than corn teeth.
like
under
get your
there.
tattoos removed before you get veneers. I'm serious. Like you're walking around with scorpions on your back and you got veneers.
Oh my God. Speaking of scorpions,
I got bit by a scorpion twice. The other night I was doing laundry.
people are going to think that I do have head lice and that our house is disgusting because we've got scorpions and my head's itchy.
No, there's been so much construction going on. The past few episodes of Your Püd. We've been like, sorry for all the construction, sorry for the noise, sorry for this, sorry for that. I think just with them tearing down the woods back there, because our apartment complex told us that Kaylee got bit by a scorpion in the middle of the night because we live our home backs up to the woods.
It's like, yeah, you live back up to the woods. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, since this, if you just want to tell the bears they can come on in from the woods, the deer, all of the nesting animals, they can just move right onto the apartment since we back up to the woods. There's no excuse.
No.
I cannot believe.
Oh, so then I call about pest control, and they said that we have to call them every single week. Every single week that we want pest control. The air is like kicking now.
What was the temperature?
Really?
Okay. Hey, Becker? No, not you, sir. Becker.
No, I mean, like, I'm kind of working. It's like working my hooch.
Hace frío, sí? Hace frío después, hace calor. I don't know if that was exactly right, but like, I'm cold after I was hot. Is that what that means?
Just like halt.
Después.
Después de.
No parte.
So I have no idea what's coming out of your mouth. But I took up to Spanish 3 and then I took Spanish in college. We did the exact same thing.
I think we did all the same years, but we started in 6th grade.
Yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
7,
11,
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, no 14, porque el colegio.
13.
I don't like, guys, honestly, it's kind of like someone speaking broken English. The way that I'm speaking Spanish right now, I feel like a Spanish-speaking person could decipher what I'm trying to say.
And there's so many different like ways to speak Spanish. Like I'm sure that's right somewhere in like some part of the world, because we were with our Argentinian queens. I'm sorry I wasn't talking about like the scorpions, but like I guess we can just be done.
No, it's
whatever.
fine.
Like I put my hand in like a pant. I was like doing the laundry and I was flipping the pants right side out, and that's how I know I didn't wear them, because I always flip my pants right side out before I put them in the laundry. And
I don't think those
something
were
kept
mine.
stinging my
they were.
hand, my arm. And I was like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? And like
Gives
sometimes
me a
just-
chill.
and then it plopped down onto the floor. So it was like so shocking, so crazy. I lost my appetite. I had to stop eating my chicken wings and fries. I had to just like put some ice on my arms. So ridiculous. So
It was
anyway,
awful.
but maintenance said
There's no excuse.
we we have to call them every single week if we want pest control to come
Okay, well,
out.
they can go ahead and get the mounds of ant beds in the back. I
I'm
just feel like
like-
we work way too hard to get things that we already pay for. It makes me irate.
It does
I'm
make
gonna
me
get
irate.
irritated. Also, though, whenever you called and you were like, "Hi, I got bit by a scorpion last night," and she's like, "Oh, oh my gosh, oh no."
She's like, I saw one in my apartment with my granddaughter the other day. There's nothing funny about that.
Literally took me back to me and Gage going to the floor plan an hour away that we wanted to tour, and we're like, "Oh, this doesn't look like the one online." They're like, you saw the floor plan online.
I know.
Yeah.
Zulu.
That
So-
was on Rock the Block. Okay. I'm gonna rock your block. Like, what do you mean? Like, there's no way it's that funny, Patricia. I don't remember her name.
It was
Anyway,
Patricia.
let's talk about our brights and blues. Our I'm so sorry.
I just was like, yeah, go ahead. You can.
I'm talking
redo.
way too much this episode. I need to calm down.
No, go ahead. Like what?
I think like the honey maple glazed whatever pod I have in here is really doing something.
No, it's great to hear your truth because like you were, whatever you said you were last week. What were you again?
No, I
Didn't have
a lot of
gas in the tank. And short of breath.
Probably short of breath as well.
So, our Brice hues, our brights and blues, like the highs and lows of the week. Mine was, I mentioned we went to our manager's wedding in Fort Lauderdale this past weekend, and two girls that work at our agency, the Sociable Society, were there from Argentina. They're both named Martina, and they're both queens, and I love them to death. And honestly,
I miss them so much.
like that was my bright.
Yeah.
Spending time with them. First of all, meeting them in person, and then spending time with them and just getting to know so much. God bless America.
Start your engine.
They kept saying, you might have seen it on my Instagram story I posted over the weekend, but they kept saying the that TikTok sound, the one that's like, God bless America, or how does it go?
God, bless our troops.
That one, you know the
Start
one.
your engines and
Yeah.
or maybe start your engine. I don't know, whatever.
They were cracking us up, and they were going to Target and Sephora, and they were using.
They wanted
all
to go
their-
to Chili's. I'm like,
Their the U.S.
let
based
me hop in
places.
the back. Go to
Literally.
Chili's.
So that was quite literally my bride, and my blue was the part of the story that I left out pertaining to us coming home from our tripamus. Oh, the mic almost just slipped out of my hands. There was no coolant in my car whenever we were on the way back. I don't know how this happened. There's definitely like a little pipe situation, just like messed up, or what do they call it? Like a hose. The coolant hose. Oh my gosh.
Chitty,
A lot of they.
chitty, para
Is a lot of they
No,
stop?
no, that's like next to.
Oh,
Like
okay.
a lot of days, like next to.
come here, Miss Don't Chitty, come here.
Crazy pants.
Miss Don't Chitty.
That was a good girl. She did good. She's just now waking up.
Miss Don't
So
Chitty's gonna protect us.
what was my, oh my gosh, yeah. So we start driving, and we're like an hour down the road, and it's again going to take us like 9.5 hours. We leave at about 6:30. We're literally going to get home at like 3:12, I think was our ETA. I'm like, hey guys, what's that noise? Kaylee's asleep. Gage is like, I don't know. Like, it's fine. I'm like,
And I keep hearing Beth Ann say, "No, what's that noise?" And I'm like, "It might be my water bottle sloshing around." Like, I don't know, but shut up. Like, I'm trying to sleep back here.
yeah. Kaylee's trying to sleep. Gage is like, I kind of hear it coming from the top of the car. And I'm like,
Gage has his ear pressed against the sunroof. Beth Ann's like leaning over the dash. She's like, "No, it's something under here. Like, it's something."
I'm like, it's
And
in the dash.
I'm like, guys, this is the point in a lot of people's journey where they just decide to turn the music up and keep it pushing. Like, can we just
I couldn't do that though, because
I
if
know.
nothing was wrong, there wouldn't be a sound. But something was wrong, and it was getting progressively.
What's
What's
that? It sounded like gurgling, but popping.
Like a homeless man was in the hood of my car eating Pop Rocks. That's what was happening.
Why did he have to be homeless?
Because we were in such a crazy area with all those homeless people.
No, I know. There was actually one that rolled up to Beth.
Y'all,
There was this poor man who rolled up to Beth Ann. I mean, he was also like tweaking. And he rolled up to Beth Ann's car at the gas station and Gage is going, don't look. Nobody looked. Don't make eye contact. Well, then the guy pulled up to like
6:12
a.m. Beth Ann she wouldn't have been able to get out of her car to get the gas pump. So obviously
his
Gage was there to
wheelchair.
protect. But yeah, he rolls, yes, wheelchair and only one leg.
we finally
So I mean, we
look
could have
up
outrun him for sure, but
and we make eye
Gage-
contact, and he's like trying to get our attention, and Gage goes, "We're good. We're good."
gave him like the good old like slice the neck
Like go ahead, like get on.
gesture, just in case you're not watching and can't see. It was so funny, but we knew that something was wrong because of the persistent sound. Oh, I spilled my coffee. I spilled my coffee just a little bit. Can you grab me? It's just a little bit. No, it's like more than I would have liked. One sec.
Yeah, okay, we've cut the episode short. You're gonna need like
No, I got it.
you're gonna have to use the you're gonna need the concoction with the soap and the vinegar and all that.
Do you think that like we can wait till the end of the app or no? Like, do you think I should do it now?
I mean, like it's fine. Just like go ahead.
I think we could literally spray like Tide on this and it would come off.
I think you're fine.
It's definitely faded a lot.
I'll just keep talking.
Okay, keep going.
Sounds good. So we go to a gas station for Gage to look underneath the hood of the car, and an actual angel that I truly do believe was an angel, because how was the timing so perfect at the butt crack of dawn? A roadside assistant guy comes up and he's like, "Hey, is everything good?" We're like, "Actually, no." And I see this tank that I feel like the sound is coming from, and I'm like, "Okay, what goes in that?" He was like, "Oh man, that's where the coolant go. You ain't got none." I'm like, period. He's like, "Where y'all headed?" We're like, "Oh, we're headed home. We have about 8.5 more hours." He was like, "Shh, y'all ain't gonna make that 8.5 hour trip." I'm like, "No, we have to. Like, we have to go home. So, like, tell us what we need to do in order to get home." He's like, "Well, y'all can stop about every 30 minutes, fill it back up with coolant, and see how that goes. But don't go above 70 and don't turn the air on." Gage looks at me after our first 30-minute stop with no air and goes, he's sweating bullets, and goes, "I'm not going to make it." I said, "Okay, let's just turn the air back on and see what happens." We were fine. We made it home. But when I tell you, I mean, it was about 13 hours.
We did stop
in
every
the
30 minutes the
Carmes.
first 4 times.
Yeah.
Like,
It was insane. So that was literally my blue, because I feel like I don't know when I'm going to be recovered from no sleep and then driving for 13 hours. And yes, I drove because I get nauseous in the car. So like, I just really need to drive unless I know I can go straight to sleep. So Gage took over for about an hour because my back was hurting so bad. I was like, "Okay, Gage, like my back's about to fall like out my butt. I don't really know." So I thought I could stretch it in the back, but it just wasn't doing what I needed to do. So we stopped at Starbucks and switched back. But trip was so fun, and that didn't ruin anything. It's just like set me up for failure for the next probably 2 weeks because I'm so exhausted.
so I feel better. Can you hand me my coof back? I hope you can trust me again with it. I'm going to put this blanket right here in case I spill again. But I don't.
Well, then it would get on the minky.
Well, but we can put the minky and the wash a lot easier than we can put this couch cushion there. Can you please hand it to me? Does this have covers? Like, I know these are covers, like the pillows, but does the cushion have a cover?
I don't know for sure. Tell us
you
you're
can't see
bright
it.
and tell us you're blue.
You can't see it anymore. My bright was very similar to yours, as we had the most spectacular weekend in all of the land. Our manager, Lexi, and just like such dear friend, look absolutely stunning. And
so thin.
I'm just so excited, especially being in my engaged era where I'm paying attention to every little detail and thinking about planning and all of these things. I just knew that hers would be so inspirational. And I knew that it was just going to be gorgeous and glamorous. And it truly was. And one thing that has impressed me so much about her is obviously to the day to day, we talk about like work things, and it's hard to get personal conversations in every single day. But I just feel like she's been able she just works so hard. And she's been able to plan this wedding that seemed like without a hitch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm sure she was exhausted and there were days where she was so overwhelmed, but we didn't see any of
We
that.
never really heard the
I never heard any
complaining.
complaints from her. And that is just so encouraging and, again, inspiring. Like, she is such a champ and such a gem. And, I cried every day that we were there. I cried. She just looked perfect. And I love her family. And everyone we got to meet and spend time with. It was
so
perfect.
fun. And like
if
time
my wedding could
flew
be
by.
that just warm, I'll be so happy.
And when it was time for everyone to leave, I was like, oh no. Like when it was
Like,
time for us
no.
to send them off, I'm like, oh no.
Like,
If
you're
we didn't have to
leaving.
leave so early, we would have gone and done stuff with people after, but it was just like,
Yeah.
again, we had a 13-hour drive ahead of us.
We got home at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Bethan's like, "Are y'all good with leaving at 4:30?" Gage is like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Gage, she's talking about in 3 hours." It's like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, no, whoa." So, and again, I'm glad that we got on the road when we did. Of course, I was not ever going to get behind the wheel. That's my greatest fear in this lifetime. But I wanted to be able to go to sleep and know that whoever was behind the wheel wouldn't fall asleep. Thank you, Bethan, for being so alert and just absolutely astounding.
course.
You handled everything just with grace. And I
Kaylee,
wouldn't, because what else are you gonna do?
and like
you know?
adrenaline, and like I needed to get home. I mean, I
And
just,
I
was-
completely understand.
Mhm.
I had DoorDash chilies, chips, and salsa to be waiting for when we got home, and I will say there was nothing better. Nothing could have served
I
me
left
better
a
than
really
that.
important bag in my room, and it
That
cost me
was crazy.
$200 to mail it home.
It cost you $200 to mail it home.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh! Is it already on the way?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how do you know?
Mm-hmm. I paid for it.
No, I know, but what did they say? Like, they're scamming you. I mean, I guess it is. I guess though, shipping is expensive.
I mean, shipping was $200 for us when we went to Texas.
No,
Oh,
shipping is
Lenise has come
expensive.
over with a remedy.
Oh, okay. So
Lenise
you can't
just
really
got-
tell.
Oh, Kaylee's gonna be hawking up a lung because it has vinegar.
That's fine. It was just kind of like right in that area, like there's a little right there. Oh my gosh, Lenny, you're so sweet for doing that. Thank you. Yeah, that was definitely my bride. Just the entire weekend, it flew by. I knew that it would. My blue, truly, this weather. I know that we have seasons here in Georgia,
It's
and I know that it's going to get
just
chilly,
Cold.
but it's just cold. I mean, middle of the day, 12 noon, 30 degrees. 30 degrees. Like,
I
it
need-
thinks
I
about
need texting
precipitating. We
gloves.
can't be outside.
yeah.
We can't because we'll slide and glide on the roads, and we can't risk that. And gosh, it smells like my favorite snack, Cape Cod salt vinegar chips. I wouldn't say it's like my fave, but when
Oh, my
getting a
gosh.
massage today,
I know you
how
are.
just spectacular is that?
Let's massage out this Brice Advice.
Let's do. Let's.
I
do
just
it.
like, you know how I have, you know how last week I had obligations and Kaylee like didn't believe me, and then I almost didn't get everything turned in on time. We can't let that happen
Okay, you
again
don't have
today.
to like
What?
ridicule me.
No, I'm not. I was just like reminding. What
Okay.
happened?
No, we need to get into it. Do you want to give us our first Brice Advice?
I will. Brice Advice is obviously our advice segment here at Your Pud. You can write into yourpudcast at gmail.com, yourpudcast at gmail.com, and we're likely to flash it up on here live. Okay. So we have our first one. Me and my boyfriend have been together 5 years. We started dating senior year of high school. I always said I wanted to wait to get engaged until after I'd graduated college. I was supposed to graduate early this summer, and he told me, oh my gosh, I've lost my place, y'all. I always do
Y'all.
this. And he told me he planned to propose on our yearly beach trip. But this year didn't go as planned. I got really sick dealing with cysts, staph, and was almost septic. I had 2 surgeries and was bedridden for 2 months. Through the support of God, my family, and my boyfriend, I was able to graduate college online. That just came out of absolutely nowhere, I tell you. So I was able to graduate college online. He stood by my side through all of it as I expected because he's amazing, and my faith was really tested during that time. I had a wound that wouldn't close up for months, felt like a book of Job season. But God healed me a month ago. Now my friend and I planned a trip to the Georgia mountains in December, kind of a little celebration trip since I've been wanting to travel ever since I got sick. But I can't shake the feeling that my boyfriend is going to propose on this trip. I'm so excited because I truly love him and can see us spending our lives together. I feel like everything we went through showed me what in sickness and in health really means. I think he's proposing because, one, I graduated college. Since we first started dating, I always said I wanted to graduate before we got engaged. 2, I have a feeling he got my friend to plan this trip with me. 3, my grandmother and my boyfriend both asked when I'm getting my nails done. And 4, at a family dinner, my stepdad and boyfriend left to get something out of the car. But I have a feeling they were actually getting my late mother's wedding ring. So she wanted me to have her ring. So here's where I need y'all's advice. I'm not the same petite girl I used to be. I've gained a lot of weight through everything that happened. I'm so grateful for my body and everything it's overcome. But I'd be lying if I said I don't struggle with how I look now. I've been working on eating better and moving more, but lately I can't even look at pictures of myself because I feel so self-conscious. If he proposes, I know it'll be one of the happiest moments of my life, but I'm scared that I'll look back on the pictures and just think about my weight instead of the joy of the moment. Right now, I can't even look at pics of myself without thinking I look fat and blah, blah, blah. I hate that my own thoughts could rob me of that happiness. I don't want to sound vain or ungrateful. It's just something I've been struggling with. I'd really love to hear y'all's point of view on how to handle that mentally and spiritually. I love y'all, and thank you for reading this. Of course, my gosh. So, we're all girls here, maybe some guys too. More importantly, we're all human here. And we definitely pick ourselves apart more than anybody else. We're all our own biggest critics. I mean, that's for sure. I think one of the hardest things about losing weight is gaining even 2 pounds back. Like, when you lose weight and gain things back, or even if you just don't lose weight, even if you just gain weight in general, like, there's no more defeating feeling. I mean, truly. I remember that's why like a lot of people have asked Kaylee and I about 75 hard because we did a whole series in college and we vlogged every day and and I said I would never do that again. It was like the worst thing for mental health. Like you can work out twice a day, drink a gallon of water, all of it, eat perfectly for 75 days in a row. Obviously, when you go back to just cutting out one of those things, say you're only doing one workout, say you're only having half a gallon of water and you're not eating perfectly, like you're going to gain weight back. That's the only thing left to do. You know what I mean? So it's also rough, but this is what I think. I think you'll look back on those pictures one day and you will see an overcomer and you will see the strength within you. You'll think back and just be so grateful that you even lived to see that day. I mean, if we're being honest, you have time to lose weight before your wedding. I think the most important thing is that you have found a man that will love you through sickness and health, will love you no matter your size. And I would feel like the luckiest girl in the world. And I hope that you will. I think girl to girl, since you kind of know that you're getting engaged, plan for that. Plan all of the outfits you pack. Make sure you feel pretty in them. Make sure they're flattering. While I know you're looking in the mirror and you're just like hating it all together, I think that just work with what you got. You should be really, really proud of yourself. I mean, what you went through like is traumatic and like you're blessed. I mean, the Lord spared you your life. You know what I mean? But I don't want to act like I don't understand what you're saying. Like, I don't want to act like what you're saying is ridiculous. It's not. It's real. And that's how I feel every summer when it's time to put a bikini on. I'm like, this can't be happening to me. So anyway, but no, I think that Kaylee and I say this a lot, but just as a reminder, I mean, you are fearfully and wonderfully made and you're perfect in the eyes of Jesus. And I think that sometimes it takes looking at a younger picture of yourself or something like, maybe when you were 4, 5, 6, 7 years old to just think, I can't talk about this girl like that. I can't feel, I can't not make fun of, but I can't hate the way that I look now. Like, look at this girl, you're still that same girl. And the creator of this universe created you and you're beautiful. And what happened was out of your control. But I think that by the time your wedding day comes, you'll look back at these engagement pictures and you'll be even more proud of yourself. And so I just am so excited for you in this next season. Please write back in and let us know if you did get engaged, though. My goodness. And yeah, buy the things that look good, that you feel confident in. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be okay. Everyone is aware of what you've gone through, and you know that a little bit of weight gain came with it. So it's okay. And I love you.
And two, like that was why you tried on dresses for me to see what would actually look good and planned obviously accordingly. And hopefully you have people that are kind of doing the same for you. But if you have that inkling, there's nothing wrong with you going ahead, like you said, and just finding some things that you'd feel confident in. And I do want to reiterate, like, it's completely fine to, we're all about body positivity, but that comes too with like mental positivity and strength. And if you don't feel good about yourself, you can't be positive about the way that you look. Like, you want to feel good.
Yeah.
And so in order, you know, like, it's fine if one of your goals is to lose weight before the wedding. I think that's fabulous. It's one of mine. And I don't hate my engagement pictures because Beth Ann found the absolute best dress for me, but I could see some areas that I could improve on. And, you know, just two, like, feeling better. I mean, that's part of the whole thing that we've been doing with our supplements and our gut health and all of that. And anyway, it's just so important. And so
It'll be fine.
I love that you're just being real about it.
Yeah.
You're so
It
going to be fine.
will be fine. You're getting the
Find something
ring.
that you love.
You're getting the ring.
The ring, girl.
Our second one. I need y'all's advice. My brother, who is 24, married and has a child, behaves like an absolute child. Anytime we are hanging out with friends or family, he has to get his way. For example, if we are watching a movie that he doesn't want, he will literally go and unplug the TV or hide the remote. Or even he will lie about and manipulate what someone said to get what he wants, even lying to his wife, siblings, and closest friends. His wife is the sweetest person ever, and I adore his child and want them at every hangout. I'm the only one who calls him out, and it ends up being a whole scene, and I look and feel like the bad guy. But here's the predicament. I love my brother, but at what point do I not invite him and his wife? The hangouts are usually at my house. I don't want to make things weird for his wife because she knows his behavior is unacceptable and won't say anything in public. So do we stop inviting him or all start calling? So do we stop inviting him or do we all start calling him out or just pray that he grows out of it? You all start calling him out. You confront him. If he doesn't get it, you say you're no longer invited. You're no longer welcome here. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Get a
Unplugs
grip.
the TV. He should be embarrassed, ashamed, and his wife should not be proud to stand next to a man like that. Like, I think that she needs to say something in public. I understand people wanting to save face and like just handle things at home. No, if someone does something so weird and also like dishonest, like you're lying, that's what little children get in trouble for. Like, how could he, like what we were talking about earlier, set the example? How do you discipline your child when you're acting worse than it? I think the wife should definitely be one to hold him accountable. Or you can say to him, like, if you cannot be a normal adult, like, this is actually so embarrassing and hilarious and it makes me giggle. And if you can't be normal, you're not going to be invited anymore. And then if he doesn't respond well to that, then you're done inviting him. Because how unenjoyable, how ridiculous. That sounds so insane. I think that it's more than just praying about it. Obviously commit everything to prayer, but I do think that everyone needs to speak up because people like him, like, it's stupid that they just live like life like this. Like, it's just stupid.
And it's inexcusable, and enough is enough. And yeah, there is just one option to absolute cut, kind of like his access to you. But also, if he thinks it's okay to just act out in public, then it needs to be okay for it to be addressed in public and called out. So yeah, I definitely encourage that. If he still just can't get a grip, then bye. You're no longer welcome. Figure it out. You can come back. Be a normal human being. I mean, people just waste so much time being
Weird.
Okay. So
Our third worst.
were those the two that you picked, and then I wanted to do the one about the wedding?
Yeah, I have another one, but we're running short on time.
Okay. So I just wanted to address this because, of course, I'm in my, engagement era, and I only will be for so long. So let's talk about it. Also, all my brides, like whatever you're going through, definitely write in. And I can tell you what I think, kind of how I would handle it. But I also feel like I'm just kind of learning and just beginning to learn. But our Mimsy wrote in and said, I got engaged this past May, and my fiance Blake and I are hoping for a May 2027 wedding. We've been together for 8 years, and there's this one venue we can't get out of our heads. A family friend's home in Ocean Isle Beach. Blake grew up with the family, and his stepsister actually got married there last year. It's everything we've dreamed of, charming, vintage, backyard, but elevated. The owners started allowing weddings through Airbnb. Blake reached out to one of the owners on Facebook, and he was super kind, and he said that his wife handles all of the wedding details and that I could reach out to her. So I texted her in October introducing myself, and I included Blake in the message since they know him, and I complimented their beautiful home and asked if hosting our wedding there might be an option. I never heard back, so I followed up a few weeks later, still no response. Blake then messaged the husband to make sure we had the right number, and he thumbs up the message. A few weeks after that, I tried calling Kim, and I don't know. I don't know if you made up names for this or if you're just including them, but anyway, left a kind voicemail, and I still haven't heard anything. So here's where I'd love your advice. Do we try one last gentle reach out or take this as a sign to start looking elsewhere? We've completely envisioned our special day there and feel really attached to the idea, but don't want to overstep or seem pushy. Okay, they've put such a bad taste in my mouth, and you included screenshots for me to look and see where you have reached out to this owner, the wife, and she's literally not responded, being so blatantly rude. Like, okay, if you don't have room for me, if it's already booked up, tell me that, communicate that. If you're taking a break for whatever, maybe you're not using the venue right now, communicate that. There's no excuse for not communicating it. You're trying to plan your wedding, one of the most special, perfect, like one of the most planned for days of your entire life, if not the most planned for day. And there's just no excuse for their lack of response. I would feel so off-put by it, and I would lose my desire to have it there. Like, okay, I won't have my wedding and spend thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars at your venue. Okay, I'll keep my money and take it somewhere else where they value me, love me, support me. And I don't also think this bodes well too for communication down the road. Maybe they do respond a week or two from now. I would not feel good about continuing on with this process, because how do you know that they're not just going to lose touch? Or how do you know, people have nightmare stories of them showing up the day of their wedding venue and another wedding is happening that day. Like, I don't trust this lack of communication. So I know that this is hard, but it's kind of one of those things, like, especially if you're praying about it and you're praying that the Lord would open the correct doors. If these doors are seemingly shut and you're not getting a response, I do feel like that is an answer. I would just commit this to prayer continually and ask the Lord to open doors to just the place that he would have y'all enter this covenant of marriage with him. Because that, for one, is the most important thing. My dad put that in perspective for us the other day, which of course I had thought about, but whenever we went toward a venue, we had our little qualms with it. And it was beautiful. There was just some things. One of them being that it didn't fit as many people as we want to come or invite. And Dad just said, the most important thing is for you to think about where you want your vows to be exchanged. Where do you want to enter that covenant of marriage? Where that is the most important thing. And so, maybe it's just not here at this place. I love the idea of it, and it does sound gorgy, but these people don't sound so gorgy, and I don't trust them. I would continue to look somewhere else. I really would.
I agree.
I really would. I
agree.
Yeah. So, anyway, I was trying to see if you maybe included, like, I used their fake names, but
I think it's quite all right.
I think it's quite all right. Okay.
They don't sound like they
Love you,
listen
Queen.
to Your Püd, because they don't sound very nice. And only
You're
nice
so
kings
right.
and queens listen to Your
And
Püd.
that is so true. Every single Moomsy and Poopsie that we meet in real life is so fabulous.
So
It's
fabulous.
like, what a great caliber of human beings.
1000%.
Just fabulous people that we get to meet. I love that. Ugh, I love y'all. Okay, we have a prayer request. This is from a Moomsy, and she said, I've been a follower for a while and was so happy when you started your Püdcast. Your spiritual and fun-loving vibe is the perfect pick-me-up every week. Thank you. I have a prayer request for the pod and for day-to-day, please. My son was recently diagnosed with a cancerous tumor and has started chemotherapy. If you could please pray for his strength and healing, it would be so greatly appreciated. In addition, we have made a donation page for support of our family through our toughest battle yet. If you girlies could share, it would be so helpful for our family. So we can put this in the comment section, And you guys are welcome to take a peek at it. This is so heartbreaking. And if you have the means to give, of course. And if not, we all have the means to pray. So let's do that now and take it to the Lord.
Let's do it, girl.
God, thank you so much for this day. And just thank you so much for waking us up this morning. God, thank you for having a hand of protection over us this past weekend as we traveled and just putting the right people in our path to advise us and just give us some encouragement. Lord, I pray for this Mimsy who wrote in, and God, I just pray for her precious baby. Lord, you knit that baby in her womb. You know every hair on its head. You know everything that he is going through. And Lord, I pray that you would just give him the strength to fight it and to beat it. I pray that you would just wrap your arms around this family as they walk through this season. And I pray that they would just be encouraged by your word, or that they would call upon your name for continued strength. God, and just for understanding, I pray that they would you would just put the right doctors in their path that know the best plan and course of treatment for their precious baby. I pray just for a great rest of our week. I pray that you would just continue to watch over us in this country. I pray for our safety. I pray for all of the unknowns right now. And God, I just pray that our leaders would look to you too for wisdom, Lord, for clarity in decisions and for what is best for our country. God, we love you and we praise you for all that you are, for all that you've blessed us with. Thank you for this platform. Thank you for every listener and viewer. And God, thank you that we can call on your name. We love you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen, F.
I'm hot again.
I've been obsessing over Fiona. She's so darling.
You have been obsessing. Bless your heart. Well, I love you, and I know you've got a whole day ahead of you. I've got to go get my steps in, and then I've got to get a massage. I'm only human.
Kaylee, I'm
Y'all.
so thrilled about your massage. I'm serious. You're going to fall fast asleep.
Say that. I do have makeup on, so it's going to be so funky when I put my head in, like, the paper.
Yeah, my mascara was like, it closed my eyelids shut. Like I was telling her I couldn't see
Crazy.
whenever I woke
Should I
up.
take it off before I go?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all,
The best news in the world.
we love ya, and Jesus saves ya.
Bye.